The Whisky Battles, Old Pulteney 12, Highland Park 12, both 40% ABV. Which one is going to win this battle? Let's find out. Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to The Whisky Friend with me, Alan. Here we are again, battling it out. Got two great whiskies to knock lumps out of each other. See the whole Old Pulteney 12, Highland Park 12. Let's get into this. Both fantastic whiskies. I was introduced to them very early in my whisky journey. Most people, if you're further down the road in your journey, I guarantee at some point you've come across the Highland Park 12 and you've come across the Old Pulteney 12. Are they still on your cabinet? Let me know. Do you still drink them on a regular basis, or have they passed you by? What is it going to be? If you're new to whiskey, then I'm guaranteed at some point somebody will recommend these two. You can pick them up easily enough in the supermarket. That's where I came across the idea with this particular battle, because I think, yes, they're in the same sort of price bracket. They have the same sort of 40% ABV. They're sitting on the shelves together in the supermarket. When you're looking at why would you go for the Highland Park or why would you go for the Old Pulteney, I'm going to try and give you an idea where my choice. Because I was that guy. I'm walking into the supermarket. I'll pick up a quick bottle. Then I'm finding myself 10 minutes later deciding, will I have the Old Pulteney 12 or will I have the Highland Park 12? So let's try and put this to bed tonight. These bottles have been around on my cabinet for a long time. As you can see, I'm still loving these bottles. You probably noticed, guys, we're back in the shed. So yeah, let's dive. What I'm going to do with these guys, I'm just going to nose them, taste them. Not going to bother scoring them. We are going to pick a winner. I'll try and justify why I've chosen it as a winner rather than score it. And then I'll dive over to you guys in the comments and you can let me know which ones would have been your winner, if we agreed or we disagree. So without any further ado, guys, the first one I'm going to try up, I'm going to do the Highland Park 12. Colour wise, they have been covered up. Coin 99 and coin 100 on these two today. Colour wise, very, I think the Old Pulteney's a little bit lighter. Highland Park's a little bit darker, so I won't be able to mix these up. A little bit of sherry cask in this one as well. This is known as the Great Allrounder, the Highland Park 12. Bit of smoke, bit of peat, bit of sherry, bit of everything, bit of spice. The Old Pulteney is known as the Maritime Malt, a little bit lighter. If there's colour in that, I don't think there's much because it's quite light. Again, it doesn't state on the bottle. Believe both are chill filtered and both are 40%. So let's dive into the Highland Park. On the nose. Wow, so rich. It's spicy, some cinnamon, some clove, a little bit of chocolate. And then just behind that chocolate, there's some real nice, that sherry influences coming on the nose. There's some dried fruits, some raisins, some sultana, maybe a bit of fig and a bit of plum. Real nice, but it comes in layers. There's a really nice honey note, real sweet honey. And it has a wonderful confectionery note as well. So there's some sweet shop notes, maybe some candy, maybe some hard sweets. And then right in the back there's that little hint of smoke in the background. But it's distant. It's just a hint at this stage. Wow, it's like somebody had a bonfire 2 or 3 days ago, and it's just the remnants are kicking around in the atmosphere. But yeah, a little bit of smoke there. So that's the Highland Park. Let's do the Old Pulteney. Wow, straight up front with this one, it's different. It's got a real barley sugar note on the nose. That confectionery note's there as well. Maybe a boiled sweet. But then again, like the Highland Park, it all became red fruits, dried fruits, you know, figs, raisins. This is changed. It's gone all coastal. A little bit of brine, a little bit of sea air, a little bit of sea spray, maybe some seaweed. So there's a wee bit more coastal element on this one. but it's spicy on the nose as well. But this spicy is white pepper and maybe cinnamon. But both noses, folks, are really, really complex noses. For 40%ers, they're absolutely fantastic. So different. Yeah, they're very, very close if you're... So let's go back to the old Pulteney. That's going to be a bit more fruity now, so I'm picking up maybe some orange, some lemon, definitely some apple, maybe some ripe pear, and a little bit of peach. So that's becoming really, really fruity on this nose. Whereas the Highland Park staying more kind of, there's dried fruits, red fruits, those kind of sherry notes, but it's spicy, it's smoky. Wow. This one it's much more citrus. Let's say the green apple. This is from refilled ex-American casks, American oak casks. This, I believe, is sherry casks and bourbon casks. Wow. And then just on the back of the nose is this one. It's a little bit wet wood on the old Pulteney. I think there may be some dunnage warehousing in there, so it's a wee bit damp and a little bit... Again, it's that kind of coastal element. Let's taste them. Let's go for Highland Park. Down the hatch. Real nice mouthfeel. Smoky, thick, rich. That confectionery note's there from the start. The candy, the apples, the toffee. In fact, it's probably like a toffee apple. Sticky toffee apple. But it's smoky, it's dry. Smoke's everywhere now. It's quite smoky on the palate. A little bit of hint on the nose, but definitely on the palate it's much more smokier. Those raisins, those figs, that sherry influence is definitely coming in now. Raisins, figs, but at the same time it's citrus, juicy. It's gone a little bit tropical, maybe some pineapple now, some other pineapple tropical notes. And heading to the finish, there's some chocolate, maybe some coffee, but there's smoke throughout this one. Let's do the old Pulteney. Slanch. That's got a slightly thinner mouthfeel, a little bit thinner, but it's fruity, it's spicy. It's a combination of fruit and spice. It's sweet, real sweet arrival. Those peaches, that orange, pears. Wow, it's all going on at the beginning. So fruity, but as it develops, again, it's exactly like the nose. The coastal comes in, that hint of brine, that hint of maritime. It's salty, it's briny. It's not as briny as you think, but it's a little bit saltier. I get a lot of salt in most of the old Pulteneys. But then comes those sweet honeys, those sweet vanillas. Let's try a second sip of this. Touch of cereal now, maybe. Maybe some breakfast cereal. Another great complex 40%er. That's the difference with these whiskies, guys. If you've been starting, if you're a newbie and you've been going through your Glenfiddachs and your Glenlivets and your entry level whiskies, these will take you just that next level up. So these are a wee bit more complex. There's a lot more going on in the glass of these. You can search for more notes than you will pick up in a Glenfiddach or a Glenlivet. These are too fantastic for that. If you're on a long-term journey and you've tried lots of whiskies and you've had these back in the day, these are the type of whiskies, if you just want to settle down, have a couple of drams, don't be too challenging, don't want a high strength, you just want to have a nice, easy sipping, easy night, these two are perfect for that. So that's where these are why they still sit on my cabinet, because if I just want that relaxing night and something to sip on, if I want something a wee bit briny and a wee bit sweeter, then I'd head for the old Pulteney. If I want something a bit smokier and a bit sherried and a bit fruity, then I tend to hit the Highland Park. So yeah, both fantastic. Let's do the finish on the Highland Park. Wow, such a nice nose. Okay, it's a medium long finish, but it's dry, it's smoky. That bonfire smoke's there. It's woody, it's oaky. Little hint of dried fruit on the finish and some chocolate on the finish. But what a lovely balance right through the layers of this one. It's lovely on the nose. It's not as smoky on the nose, but the smoke comes on the palate. The smoke's there on the finish. But that honeys and apples and fruit, and there's a beautiful, they're layered in beautifully. Real nice. And I've had quite a few bottles of this. I always find it quite consistent with Highland Park. Don't know how to do it, but yeah, it's a super dram. Let's do the finish on the Old Pulteney. Okay, again it's a medium finish. This is pepperier though, that white pepper. It's spicier, it's a little bit hotter on the finish, but it's honeyed, it's chocolatey, but it's in the same respect, it's salty and it's woody and it's oaky. Real nice. Both fantastic drams. Coming in, you can pick them up regularly on your supermarket. They're always on a budget price, £25 to £30. If you're a newbie to whiskey, then they're great. They'll help you go through your journey. If you're a connoisseur and you're further down your journey road of whiskey, then they could become daily sippers. It's always handy to have one in your cabinet. If you're trying to get somebody new, one of your friends into whiskey, these are always handy to have around. So that's pretty much, guys, which one's going to win it. It's a tough choice, man, because they're so similar, but again, they're so different. I think I'm just edging towards the Highland Park, and I'll tell you why. I think it's just richer, it's just got a thicker mouthfeel. It's got those sherry notes that I like, but it's nothing dramatic. It's just a real all-rounder whiskey, and it's just absolutely fantastic. The reason it's pipped the Old Pulteney's just got a thinner mouthfeel, just a little bit thin. Don't get me wrong, it's got some great sweet, real sweet notes. It's floral, it's spicy, all the other things that I like. But I think just on the day, I'm just having a wee bit of a preference for the Highland Park. But guys, on a different night, it could easily be the Old Pulteney. It might set itself up nicely for a rematch further down the road. Maybe on a different day, maybe Old Pulteney might come on top. But tonight, for the Whiskey Friend, I think the one that's coming out on top is the Highland Park 12. Absolutely fantastic. So over to you guys. Let me know what you think. Have you tried these on your journey? Are you established whiskey malt heads and you've had these at some stage, and are they still on your cabinet? Are they not on your cabinet? Have you gone off them? Have they passed you by now? Do you use them to bring newbies into whiskey? Just drop a comment, let me know. Would Highland Park have been your choice, or would it have been Old Pulteney 12? This is what these guys are all about. So dive in and let me know which one you would have chose. If you're a newbie to whiskey watching this for the first time and you're thinking, which one? Ooh, if you like it smoky, then I go down the Highland Park. If you're trying to get into smoke, go down Highland Park Road. If you could try to go down that salty, sea air, sea breezy, maritime kind of whiskey, then head for Old Pulteney. But guys, to be honest, you couldn't go wrong with either. So that's pretty much me. If you've liked the video, guys, give it a thumbs up. YouTube likes it, Alan likes it. If you've not hit that subscribe button down below, then you know where it is, folks. As always, it's free, doesn't cost you anything. Helping the channel on its way to the magical 4K. But I'd love to hear your comments, guys. Dive in, let me know. Social media platforms, you can pick us up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they're all there. Patreon, everything's there. I'll pop links in the description, guys, if you want to catch up with us on those social media platforms, want to pick up some coins, I'll drop links into the description. So that's me, I'm Alan. Loved this battle. Moving on to the next one. So as always, the pleasure is in the sharing, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.